Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, for sure. Even though there's no guns in that game, it's a kid's game.
Half, thank you so much for the 5, man. Is Riker awake?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. I am okay. I'm gonna let you. This is gonna be news for the 3 of y'all. I will expand this circle as a need to be depending on what occurs. You guys have shift 1 in a good spot. Shift 2 is already pretty covered. LSPD, there's one individual, Apollo, that is aware of what I'm about to say. I just as I have asked of her, I'm going to ask of you. Do not speak amongst yourselves about what I'm about to say. Do not even mention it to your direct folks. If you're asked about it, say, talk to Brian, right? And I'm going to explain why. Someone might die today. CI. And thus the caution I'm taking, right? LSPD's got like fucking 20 command members, right? It's are you guys comfortable with this before I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. And for clarity, the appropriate department heads, I will speak with them directly on the matter. So this isn't something that's going to be, full lock and key. There is a individual we're going to call Dr. Tylenol, right? Dr. Tylenol made contact with me yesterday evening, late at night. Subsequently, I was made aware that she was contacted to speak with and this goes without saying, for the marshals, I even hear that they're leaking their, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yep. Dr. Tylenol has been asked to meet with the Faceless today at 5 p.m. The assignment is allegedly to go into the hospital and make sure a surgery goes a certain way. In other words, kill the motherfucker. We suspect it's one of the 3 people that we need in the hospital. I will rename them because I know we've all been like involved at different levels. There's just so much shit happening. There was a guy from the helicopter with the red face mask that was coming after McNulty. Mm-hmm. That is like Charlie's like level guy. He is the guy that snipes for the Faceless. He is the like effectively like Charlie. If he was like the surveillance guy, this is like the SecOps guy. He's currently on martial hold in the hospital. Martial hold is some new shit we talked to Sam about. The idea being that it prevents like a cadet walking in and just releasing them, right? And being like, oh, no charges, off you go. Then there's the second guy, which is, help me if you can. It's the Lagara dude.
Starts with an A. Aguda?
Yeah, Aguda or something.
Shot down at the operation.
Correct. The one that was apparently doing the most talking, which is probably the likely individual, right? Now, keep in mind, Faceless might be trying to kill him and vice versa, right? So we got 2 people that are fucking terrorists that hate each other that are currently in ICU. That could be the target. The third is that there is a Darkstone asset in the ICU. Now, here's kind of the problem is we don't know who the target is yet. We don't know when the assignment's going down. And quite frankly, Dr. Tylenol, the contact for Dr. Tylenol, I'll put it, their life is also imminently in danger, right? Like, if they don't do it, they're dead. If they do it, they're fucked, right? Legally and otherwise.
Just to, so we're on the same page. A doctor is going to be forced to make sure a surgery goes a certain way.
Correct.
Like one who already works there.
Correct.
This is against their will, I assume.
They're being asked to do it by the Faceless, right? That is what the meeting's going to be for. This doctor is going to accept it. So, okay. Let me actually go back a couple steps. They were asked to speak with the Faceless today at 5 p.m. They were given like a vague idea of what the ask is going to be. The reason they're going for it is because they're going to the meeting is because fuck the Faceless. The second reason is that the Dr. Tylenol here has the fear that if they don't do it, then another doctor is going to be approached, and it probably could happen, right? So, and so in the
You looking to fake it then?
good thinking. We got approval from the Board of Medicine from her to cause what will appear to be a death. Some kind of shit that like slows down the heart or whatever. He is going to be pronounced dead, at which point that body needs to be extracted. Funeral bus, whatever it might be, probably left in the temporary morgue and then shipped afterwards. I don't think we can ship it right away. Because that's going to be too obvious, right? But then the problem, and this is what Luca and I were kind of uncertain about, is where do we bring them, and where is the temporary medical facilities, right? And this is just such a untrained area that we don't have solutions for. I am supposed to meet them prior to that meeting. I am probably going to have some of us, we're probably going to put up some cameras. I think they want to meet me right now, in fact. I don't know. What are your initial thoughts on this? And quite frankly,
dangerous.
it is.
It's going to be difficult to hide them after surgery. That's the one thing.
I feel like this doctor is going to be dead either way. There's a part of me that wants her to pretend she got injured herself and delay the meeting.
True, but like they said, they're just going to pressure another doctor to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like doing that, delaying the meeting, that just further puts her in danger.
Well,
'Cause I feel like that would raise suspicion.
Do we think that there's going to be people inside the hospital, like making sure that's happening?
possibly. Yeah. I mean, we don't, for all we know. Okay, here's another thing. That doctor is very much on our side, as apparently I don't want to blow her own information, so I'm gonna actually withhold this temporarily for her sake. But she has very credible reasons to be against the Faceless, for very similar reasons for the Darkstone to be credibly against the Faceless, if that makes sense. She'd led me on to a couple things, but I don't want to make any leaps of assumptions. If she chooses to let me know and says, hey, you can share this, then I'll go about it. I don't want to lose that trust by spilling, something that isn't my information to give, Okay. If she goes along with this, here's kind of the problem that paints itself, is that let's say we interrogate him. Let's say we treat him well, or, you know, and he gets better. Let's say we get him on a plane and fly out. The Faceless are going to find out, and Dr. Tylenol's dead.
Need a black site.
Already working on it. And, yep. Oh, wait, what kind of black site? You mean a place to bring the body or a place to torture?
The black site isn't always a torture. It can be an unmarked prison where people go and they're just kept.
Yeah.
Legally, of course.
There's another problem, and I just want to kind of put this on the table here, is like, this is a lot of fucking risk to take on, right? I'm going to tell you a legitimate fear I've got is that this guy is going to die. Look, Faceless murders everybody. We can't stop it. Right now, we don't have the capability. We don't. I mean, like, fucking everyone ends up dying. Fucking save the hard drive. They get the hard drive anyways. Every operation, we are doing fantastic, right? The best of our abilities. But the Faceless has consistently been on top. I don't probabilistically see this happening any different. And so my immediate concern is that this actually might hurt us more than anything by going through with this. The guy ends up dying, right, while he's in our custody. And even though we may be operating under the best faith, now the marshals get shut down. Y'all get in trouble. Everyone in the circle gets in trouble. You see where I'm going with this? Like, how do you... It turns into some, like, bullshit, which all it takes is one pariah, right? And there's plenty out there. The biggest danger that the Faceless has, the biggest power that they have, is that the San Andreas, quite just plainly, is full of sick fucking individuals just looking for an hour worth of good time. Whether it's goddamn leaking something, whether it's starting a little bit of drama, or someone saying, you know what, I got nothing better to do, let's go bomb a fucking building with them. You know what I mean? But the moment they get caught, it's damn 2 months near of court cases, right? So with that in mind, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I want y'all's genuine opinion, because I quite frankly, I'm wavering back and forth. I
agree, but I think we got to do something. At the end of the day, you know, we're the only person they got. They came to you. We got to put the best foot forward, even if it gets us fucked.
I mean, for me, I guess it depends on who they are planning on trying to do this to. If it's Arthur Rain, I think it's worth it. Because if he's right up there with Charlie, that's an extremely valuable asset to us in the overall security of the state. Because right now the safety of the state hangs in the balance. But if it's the Lagara guy or the other guy, fuck that. It's not worth
it. We spoke about it before, but I think that as far as the doctor goes, kind of cooked. We got to do our best to try and make sure that they remain safe. But in all reality, already just being reached out to by these people is it's a fate one way or another. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but it's definitely going to be a decisive kind of moment in that person's life, I'm sure. As far as the liability of everything, letting people die or not die or faking it or however we pull that off, I do think that Bean's right. We've got to do something, even if it means we do take on some liability and kind of take some lives into our hands. That is our job. We can't just stand by idly and let it play out, because
all right,
that could be a nightmare. And we've already been given intel, so now the cat's out of the bag. And if it comes out later that we did know that this was going down and then ignored it, it's going to be an even bigger issue than it would be if we somehow fuck it up, right?
Then I'm going to do the following, and I'm going to let a singular justice know about some of the details. I'm contemplating Faulkner, as he is generally the most available, and I generally he reaches out on these things the most, so that there's at least a government level understanding, right? Is there a play we can do here that removes liability from Dr. Stacy? Because we have to protect her as well. And this path she's going down is going to get her killed, whether it's today or whether it's next week or whether it's in a month.
What are they threatening her with?
Nothing directly at this time, but I think that presumption is, I think, fair to make, right? So I will say, I'll put it this way. She was offered this, right? So there is no threat yet, but there will be, there is likely to be, right?
I mean, I reckon it's... I don't know. I was going to say maybe, like, if she doesn't do it, they'll come in and do it themselves, but then why would they go to her in the first place?
I don't know.
To keep it quiet, if it is the head honcho guy.
Yeah.
Draw less attention to him if a doctor fucks up and kills him, rather than 6 fucking people running in there and fucking shooting up the whole hospital, turn into a big ordeal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did I just say her name by accident?
Scared that they are going to do something to
Rip.
her if she doesn't do this?
There's almost no information right now.
I see.
Yeah. So
Thinking more about it, I think we got to do it. I think we got to get this doctor on their good side. Because imagine one day down the road, we get a shot at Charlie. Don't kill him, but we clip him.
It doesn't matter. I was going to tell them anyways.
For their doctor. Help get Charlie patched up. It's going to be this doctor.
Yeah.
It's also possible they have their own doctors, but right now he is in the hospital. He's at CMC.
It's one of those things too. It's like playing with something that we have no control of, like realistically. We can't just pull them out of ICU. We can't. Maybe we need to move them like now.
And just fake the surgery completely?
And we take all 3.
Need somewhere to put them though.
Like let's play not devil's advocate, but are we able to pull those bodies? I mean, who's to say that let's say hypothetically we were able to move those bodies to a separate hospital and their presence became unknown. Sandy Medical, right? I don't know. I don't know what the boundaries are with this. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we could also have 3 decoys in place, still have the surgery, but one of the 3 is in place, sort of, you know, faking the surgery, having the surgery, while the other one is actually having the surgery somewhere else.
Also, keep in mind that the last time we had an asset or someone involved and we took them out of the hospital, and I wasn't there for it, but I read the report, they got killed. They got taken out, so.
It got taken out by one of the guys that are in ICU. Yeah. See, that's what you're saying right there is like the very reason I'm like so nervous about this is, to me, I feel like this is a booby trap for us more than it is anything else, is every road has these landmines, and I'm unsure how to navigate it, right? Let's say that we do this medical inducing, right? And they're pronounced dead. Where does the body go? I want y'all to chew on this for a bit, as I think that individual is looking to meet right now. So I'm gonna tell you, as I have, it's Dr. Stacy. That name cannot go out. She is probably the only doctor that I personally trust, believe it or not. And I'm just gonna put it out there. Look, I've worked alongside you and Maeve, Bean, Maeve. I've worked with you a shitload. There's not even a doubt in my mind you're gonna do the right thing when it comes to this. Luke, I've known you for years, and Chris, you've just been killing it. That is the name of the doctor. Y'all need to know that, because if some shit goes down, I need people to know what it might entail, right?
Right.
But beyond y'all, no one else should know, at least for now. There's so many fears that are going through my mind, including but not limited to her name getting put in a report. Someone may already have an inkling, and one false move by her and she's gone, right? No ICU. No, rolling of the dice, but just actually dead. So I'm taking it as cautiously as I am, because it sounded like she's been in direct contact with Oracle, based on how she was speaking yesterday. And, with how few people there are left in the city that I think are willing to do the right thing for what, she's a pretty limited resource.
Absolutely.
When you meet her, could you find out more information about the actual surgery itself? Like, if she was to do it, would there be anyone else there helping her?
I can do that.
Etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll help us cook on any like UC ops. Because I'm already spitballing in my head.
Well, my worry is if like 2 doctors have to be there for the surgery, and they asked both of them, she'd be fucked if she didn't go through with it, because the other doctor would know. Because
One of us was a doctor.
No, but I'm saying, what if the Faceless approaches 2 doctors and is like, hey, I need you to kill this person. So they're both going into that surgery knowing that they need to kill them. And then if it's, no one's there to operate on, or it's a fake surgery, or yada yada, they'll play along, but then they'll go back to the Faceless and say, hey, we got snitched on. That's Stacy dead anyways.
Yeah. I think perhaps Beth's step is, that meeting being an hour, 15 minutes, I'm going to go meet her now. I suspect it's her. Someone showed up at Mission Row PD, all blacked out. Ventura gave me a call, said it was a her, and that it was something about a conversation yesterday. I'm assuming it's probably her. I do think that I would like to... I'm going to pose something crazy. Okay, and I want you to tell me if this is a bad idea. Look, I'm very much reaching in the back of the, out of a box here, because I think, what if we caught her working with the Faceless, quote unquote, because we have a camera down?
Would that still not put her in danger?
I think it would remove her from a suspicion list. In other words, what if we unintentionally... How am I putting this? What I'm sort of advocating here is, if we are catching her go to the Faceless house today at 5 o'clock. And then notice that we preemptively are putting the wrong medicine into the hospital, right? I'm not saying we're doing this, but this is what our report would say, right? We caught her at the
Right.
Faceless house. We injected him already. He died, even though she's the one administrating it. She's a part of all this. We extracted him. We ensured that a proper doctor that is not in CMC treated him. And our report unintentionally, oh no, leaked.
That I think that could help alleviate suspicion from Stacy's end.
I
Could this not make it too public though that she has been in contact with them and could put her job in jeopardy?
Yeah, we'll say some doctor. Intel came in that some doctor is mating with the Faceless. We began to track them and came to note that a individual that's already in martial custody was undergoing surgery. We monitored it and we did the things on our own accord. I'll let you guys sit on that a little bit. I need to go meet her.
Yeah. Yep. Go for it.
Some more info.
I'm sorry. Yes, 100%. I'd like at least
here after.
I'd like at least one of y'all to help monitor if you could. Bean, I know that I called you down here to chat about some other shit, and then I realized, oh yeah, an hour and a half, another fucking doomsday situation is occurring.
All good.
Wait,
Yeah.
is this set to happen today? Like the actual
We
surgery?
don't know. And that's what's been making these things very difficult, right? Like just like Operation Condor, it's like, yo, like here's 3. We're always cracking that puzzle. You know what I mean? It's like we don't know who, we don't know when, and we don't know what. We just have an idea of what it could be. So I will leave you guys with this: is I don't want our officers burning out on subpoenas, raids and shit. We're starting to get some of them back now. Some of them have been going into signing officers' hands. My intentions are from BCSO and LSPD having specified cleared command members who will review these types of subpoenas so that, you know, people that are like 2 degrees removed are not receiving, you know, faceless subpoenas or whatever, right? Second thing I am going to, that I've put on the board on the to-do list, is I'm going to be approaching the mayor to get something like a enemy of the state law put into place so that something like the Faceless or a Ligara with enough evidence, Faceless we have, Ligara we don't yet, we can designate them as an enemy of the state such that it would be a crime to work with them. Same can be said with the Archivist. With that in place, it would grossly simplify the amount of work we need to do to get subpoenas and raids, which I think makes sense, right? I can't just call up, I don't know, insert terrorist name and be like, yo, what up, dog, without having my shit looked at, right? And that way we can do more of the interesting aspects of things rather than sit behind a computer screen endlessly, right? So want to let you know that that's coming. I'm gonna try my best to push for that. So and finally, I did see the post by Barrett about the the fire starter stuff. I am going to push the DOJ to further define the roads violation, because those kind of legal avenues are pretty cooked, and if we don't close it, I don't see. We need to. You shouldn't be able to just complain that you don't have the results of a fucking cell phone or anything that isn't clearly exculpatory. You know what I mean?
I spoke to Riker about that just quickly before you leave. Riker was reading through it, and he said that it's possible that the roads violation we got for that case was incorrect because he gave it a roads violation despite knowing if the information that was not given to them was material or not. And apparently they're supposed to judge whether that the stuff in that subpoena that was like not given to them is useful to them or not, or like could have helped them in their case before making that roads violation decision. And they didn't do that. They just gave it a roads violation.
Yeah, I agree. And I think mostly my angle of like getting that further defined is like the moment it goes up on the docket, it should be like, you need to show why, right? So that we don't need to spin our wheels, you know, as much. Cause yeah. All right. Luca, Chris, could you give me oversight? And then, you know, Maeve, Bean, you know what's up. So if you see my 13 alpha go off, it's probably the Faceless.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll be locked and loaded.
Brian, you want me to hop in with Peters? I got to get my car from the office. All right.
This is what, you know, we've been a lot of, you know, we've been running by the seat of our fucking pants. But it is enjoyable. I will say that.
Hit the ground running, you know, just haven't caught up.
All right. Radio check. Yeah, it's unrealistic for me not to share the names with them because if something happens, they need to know. I am kind of liking this idea is that we unintentionally get something leaked.